Did you do well in the Formula Renaults last night, buddy?
Did I fuck?
Why? What happened?
I got 4th in the first one. It's Road America. It sucks.
Oh, I like Road America. It's a good track.
Oh, it's boring. It's absolutely boring. And for Formula Renaults, Dirty Air was so bad, so bad.
Yeah.
It was just horrible. So I got 4th in the first one.
Oh, why have I just ignored the message I've just sent you?
Great. I haven't even looked at it.
I've just sent you the stream.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Gee.
Cameron Druts.
Evening.
Yeah.
My knee is fucked. My knee is fucked after that race.
And you got to do this yet? Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Right. Alfonso, that's who I'm inviting.
Season best finish was 6th place. Yes, it's not that impressive, but compared to what I'm used to, it's pretty
No.
good.
Sixth is good. 6th is good.
Compared to usually being at the back of the grid.
Yeah, it's points. Points mean prizes.
Well, of course. And my prize after getting 6th place is my daughter's mum's going to buy me some racing gloves.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I wish my son's mum would unblock me off of Facebook and unblock my phone number so I could really speak to her, but whatever. Turns out, Dan, it wasn't a burn on his hand, it's just eczema.
Oh, okay. So it's not too bad then.
No, it's just been irritated by something, which is why he said the pharmacist would have said it was a burn.
I see.
But even though she's kicked off, she now still won't answer my calls, and I can't get through to her on a message or anything to let her know what it is. So
Because she's got you blocked.
yeah. So go fuck yourself.
Oh, yeah, if she doesn't want to keep in contact with you for the sake of the win, then that's her problem.
He goes back home tomorrow, though, and she's trying to take me back to court and stuff. This is what she's like, so I'm in two minds whether to send him to school or just keep him off. Just like, oh yeah, James isn't very well.
Just keep him off, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
Where's Andy?
He's getting something to eat. He's not had anything to eat since he got through.
What? Oh, I'm not using the COVID card. He's just not well. I'm not playing the COVID card because it's in 2 days.
It's not just that. It's
Gives her 2 days. If he's not at school tomorrow and she goes, "Where's James?" I go, "Oh, he's not very well." She'll have to unblock me and message me, won't she?
Right, who are we missing? Alfonso is the only one.
Because when I was at school, when my mum and dad split up, I just didn't know where to go. So it's probably best saving the hassle,
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'm just popping to the Lewis sec.
No worries.
No worries.
Your dad's in. Come on, kid.
Yeah, I saw the latest standings for Simply.
P3.
Yeah, man.
P4, sorry.
P4.
P4,
Yeah.
but in a tight battle for P3.
Yeah, about 10 points in it.
9. No.
9.
241 to 233. So yeah, 8 points in it. Not bad.
Oh yeah, especially given
You've missed a
I don't
couple.
really play it. Yeah, and I don't even really play project cars that much anymore.
Yeah, you missed Long Beach.
Yeah.
And a slow start to the season, I think. But since Algarve, it's sort of picked up.
Yeah. No, I'm kind of complaining too much. Me and Andy's thinking about doing a car change for next season.
Ooh.
Yeah. He doesn't like the Lambo in the wet.
You might not like Thursday night then.
Oh, don't tell me it's going to be wet.
Showers for like quali 1, but then it's changed. It was meant to be absolutely pissing it down really shit all the way through, but it's changed to like showers and a bit of cloud now for the races. But
that's fine.
Obviously things could change till Thursday, or Wednesday.
Oh, of course, yeah. Because I actually don't mind I don't mind Rapuna Park for GT3s.
Oh, excuse me.
Like my knee was starting to give out just towards the back end of that race, and I was actually struggling to brake. So I think the tendonitis is moving from my foot into my knee. all happens on ACC as well. That's annoying, but... Oh, I think I've earned a fag. Ugh. Pardon me. Oh.
Back there. Oh, Gary's in now. Oh, Gary's in now. Yes, Gary.
Alright, you guys?
Hey, yo.
Yeah. Right, so we're missing Alfonso, wherever the fuck he is.
Yeah.
Gary, obviously, we're waiting on.
Gary's in.
It's up to you. Ollie said he wants to race as a reserve in Tier 1, if there's space.
Hello.
Well, I didn't get a word of that.
Ollie asked
wants
if
to
he
race
can
in
race
Tier
Tier
1.
1 as a reserve. I don't know what your take on reserves is for Tier 1,
No.
but...
No, he can't.
That's
After
fine.
if anything, BT Targa will be the first reserve for Tier 1.
Yeah, fine. I was just passing on the question.
He wasn't quick enough to be in Tier 1, sadly, so no.
Evening,
right,
all.
Alfonso. Evening, Kelly.
Kelly!
How do I put in a steward's inquiry?
You
Stick
need
your
the
dick
clip.
out.
Sorry?
You need
Stick
the
your dick
clip.
out.
Oh,
Right,
shut
one at
up,
a time,
Ian.
yeah?
Shut up, Ian. You need a clip, for starters. Did you save the replay?
No, I don't do replays and stuff like that. It's on
Is
the,
it on the
it's
stream?
on the stream.
Okay, so
One of them's on the stream.
you have to
But
do it
I've
through the
got
Discord.
multiple arguments.
Oh,
Right, okay. Wait until after the race, I'll put it in for you if you want.
Okay.
Right. So we're missing Alfonso. Vliga isn't able to race tonight. Who else are we missing then?
Fury in? Oh yeah, Fury's in.
Yeah, Fury's in. Sorry, Matt. You're race director.
Who the fuck
Oh,
is Andy?
no.
Who the fuck
Sorry.
is that?
Broadcaster, sorry, I'm being stupid. That is race director.
Alright, Kelly, you alright?
Yeah, good man.
Yeah. Unlucky, mate.
Who are we
No,
missing
it wasn't luck. Well, luck had nothing to do
No,
with it.
I know.
then? Is the Greek here?
Yep.
The Greek's in, yeah. Emo's in, WSRC's in, X-Mark Dolores in, Nick Navilla's in, Fury's in, the Greek's in, Pope Meep's in, Lodder's in, Gary's in, Laney's in, Andy's in. You're missing 3 guys. Vliegurk, Alfonso. John Boy.
Vliegurk,
There's no John Boy.
John Boy! Fuck me!
Good job I'm fucking here, innit?
I know.
That's why you're here, Matt. This is why I've got you here.
I mean Andy.
It's pretty much why I'm always there for Andy.
Silverstone. I've actually got the corner. I've got... fucking hell, what was that thing called?
This is going to be penalty heaven, boys.
Don't even fucking say it.
Tier 2, every single driver had a penalty,
Right, yeah.
including
What-
BT.
What year?
I had
was
over
this
30
circuit?
seconds before I dropped out.
What happened?
I gave up turning corners.
Right, what's G sent me?
87. Is that it? That may be it. No,
Oh, there's John Boy.
Luffield's not there. There we
Yeah,
go.
just
Corner name. So Cops, Maggots, into Beckett, Chapel Curve, Hanger Straight, Stowe Club, Abbey Curve, down the Farm Straight, Woodcuts to Chicane. Jobs of
Cool.
fish.
Yeah, you got your
I
corner
just-
names.
no Alfonso at the minute, so
If he doesn't join, then that seems like a him problem.
right, I've got to adjust the grid order then.
Do you know when these tables are going on for the F1, by the way?
I don't know. That's G's department, so message G.
I will speak with him.
He does that. Plus, I'm eating a donut right now, so.
Ooh, can I have a donut? Dan's got a donut. I
eaten
fancy a donut. Can you get me a donut, please?
I just hope you know, Dan, like eating a donut or being anywhere near a donut does not constitute getting your home.
The pink sprinkles one.
Where's Vliegurk? Vliegurk 5th. Right.
Please.
Now, who won tier 2 anyway?
BT.
BT.
Typical.
By a mile.
Smoked the lot on him.
Yep, he didn't even break a sweat.
Sounds about right.
He's too quick for it, but I don't think it suits his timing, really.
Yeah. He's more of a GT3 driver.
No, I mean, like, it doesn't suit the timing, as in, doesn't
What?
suit him to do.
Well, yeah, so it's more tier 1.
No, what I mean is his in his evening, it doesn't suit him to be on.
Oh,
that late. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right. Got 15
I'm in the wrong
15
car.
drivers.
Bollocks, I'm in the wrong car. I'm in the wrong
I was
car.
about to say, like,
Come
you know,
on, Andy.
you've left us for
Sorry,
the.
I'm not with it.
Hurry up and eat your food then. I've just
I'm
had
eating it.
two chicken breaks.
Alright, you guys ready to go?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Born ready, Dan. Born ready.
Right. You ain't got Hunter with you tonight, so you two can ramble on about shit as much as you like. I'm just going to leave it with you two, because 3 of you is just a little bit chaotic.
We know what we're fucking
Yeah, it's too
doing. We
much.
don't need a third person.
Exactly. Right, let's go. I'm going to go into game chat, so I'll leave it with you guys to do your shit.
Kelly, do you know
Good
the
luck,
other week
Dan.
when you said about who's going to win the F1? And I said Norris.
You're wrong.
I was wrong, but how good was Norris?
Oh,
Very.
he was really good. Yeah.
See you in the morning, mate. Love you.
I was just happy to see that somebody's actually able to take the battle to Hamilton for a change.
Wow. Cracking race.
Yeah. Well, I'll stay in the party and be like a wee end race report for you if you don't mind.
Okay. Text G.
Oh God, yes. Oh.
Yeah, it didn't seem to go well, Kelly, for yourself, bless you.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Of course, G holds the world record around here.
Live. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Motive Racing for the Mtcc, the Motive Racing's British Touring Car Championship. We're here at Silverstone Classic, our Thruxton replacement. I'm Matthew Duffy, bringing you the coverage, as always, every Sunday, with my partner in crime, Kelly Davis. Kelly, how are you?
Hello, mate. How you doing? Yeah, very well, thanks. Good.
Obviously, Tier 2 race for yourself earlier on. What's the track like? What are the drivers going to be facing tonight?
I don't really want to talk about it, Matt.
No, I mean, what are the drivers going to be facing in this Tier 1 race?
Track limits, that's what they'll be facing. And let's hope that the driving standards improve drastically onto Tier 1. Yeah, track limits is what they're going to be is going to be a problem. Everyone in tier 2 received a penalty. So being greedy on the curbs isn't going to pay people off. Of course, this is the Silverstone Classic that we're at this evening. The original Silverstone layout, so I can work out from my research. I believe this is the layout that they used for the 1948 Grand Prix. I believe it's 1948. I'm going to check that fact. For the first ever Grand Prix. So Silverstone Classic. This was picked on our calendar for this week because it is so close to being very, very similar to Thruxton Circuit, where the British touring cars will start the season this year.
They do start the season in about 40 days as well.
Yeah,
so we're
can't wait.
Absolutely buzzing for that one. Obviously got the F1 underway today, so there's only one more championship to get underway, and we are absolutely buzzing for this one. But we've got the Motive lads out there tonight. We've got 13 drivers, 13 of Motive's best touring car drivers out on the circuit at the moment. And Kelly, you say track limits is the issue tonight. Where specifically are we looking at the track limits? Where are the guys going to be struggling the most? Is it all over, or is it just in one certain area?
There's lots of them, to be fair, and extremely easy to get yourself a slowdown on this. And because there's long straight after long straight, those slowdowns hurt you to the point where you'd rather take the penalty than slow down, because the you actually slowing down to take the slowdown box away is such a big time gap that it's just not worth it. You know, where are we on track? Where's Lauder coming up to? The last chicane seems to be very sensitive. A wheel the wrong side, either side of the curbs will get you a penalty. Turn 1, if you get up on the curb, turn 1 is really quite a big curve. So if you get up on the curbs on turn 1, you'll get a good chance that it will throw you out wide, which will give you a slowdown. There's a couple of fast corners that we'll get into, but again, if you touch the inside of them, slow down. There's a lot of it this evening. As I said, everyone in the tier 2s got a penalty. Myself, I had over 30 seconds of them by the end, but that was running around at the back in the end. I was just hopping the curbs left, right and centre to try and go quicker and try and find a sneaky line for future reference, but I didn't find one, so
What we've got here is a 10-minute practice session before the first race. The reverse grid race will go through that grid as they are trying to line up. But I'll just give you the championship lowdown at the minute. Andy leading the way so far, 127 points. That's a 19-point gap back to Laney in second place, who himself has had it tough last week at Donington Park. A fourth and a second place, and a second place really, which come under threat at the end from Dan in the BMW in the wet weather at Donington in the feature race, and really until Dan made his mistake, Laney was under pressure all the time with his penalties he had accumulated throughout that night. John Boy is in P3, 2 seasons ago champion in season 5. We're now in season 7. Dolores sits P4 with last year's champion season 6 Xmart down in P5, 36 points off the title race at the moment, and a huge jump back to Unorthodox in P6, so he's 70 points off the championship. He is just slightly ahead of Emo Guy, and then Lauder behind him with WSRCJ, Nick de Villa in P10, Gary in P11 in the other BMW. Only 2 BMWs on the grid, everybody else in a Renault Megane. And Gary had a strange incident last week in the feature race where during his mandatory pit stop the lollipop had lifted, his screen had told him he was clear to go, and the game wouldn't allow him to move out his pit box, so unfortunately I had to retire. Otherwise Gary was looking at some good points in that feature race. Lee Gerg not able to be with us tonight, sits in P12 with Fury in 13th place, Pokeneep in 14th with the Greek down in 15th, and Avo Alfonso, who's missed the first 2 races of the season, got a 12th place in the sprint at Donington and then a DNF in the feature at Donington, is not here tonight as well, only on 5 points. Normally a quick lad, Kelly, is Alfonso in these touring cars, but missed a few races, really is now damaging his championship potential. It's pretty much already killed his championship off, especially the form that Andy and Laney are in.
Yes, indeed, and it's tight at the top on this one. It's tier 1 for a reason. There's a lot of quick boys in here, so yeah, missing out on meetings is gonna hurt down the line a lot, because as I said, there's a lot of quick guys here, and most of them in the same car, as you pointed out. Only two guys running the BMW. That was Gary 131 and Unorthodox. Did well with it at Donington in the wet. So we know the BM is strong in the wet, and we know Daniel's Rainmeister in the wet.
Oh yeah.
As he's proved many times here and on Simplay. It's sharp at the top. I don't know how the BMs are going to fare. In Tier 2, there was only one BM driver, TJ, and he struggled like mad. So be interesting to see what the BMW can do in the hands of Gary and of Dan, really.
Well, looking at the pace of Gary and Dan, very similar. Only a 0.2, a tenth and a half in it between the two of them on their pace at the minute.
Yeah.
32.8 for Gary and a 33 dead for Unorthodox, but crucially, Kelly 2 seconds off the pace of the front runners. Whether that is ultimate pace or just tweaking last bits on setups before the race, we'll wait and see. But the BMWs, we said going back 2 weeks ago to Brands Hatch Indy, the track didn't seem to suit the BMW car. Thruxton, Silverstone Classic sort of track, will it suit the BMW again? It seemed to do better at Donington. The more slower corner, get its power down through the corner on the corner exit, and really that rear wheel traction pulled it through and got a good launch. You've not got a lot of that through here, have you?
No, it's all over and done really, really quite quickly. It is a power track, this one. The corners, as we see Dan get in the air, this taking about 6 bites of that and ultimately spinning it round. And these corners are all a bit like that. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of fast corners, a lot of long straights. Will it favour the BMW as well? We will see. Certainly on raw pace at the moment, Gary and Dan not even really bothering the top 10. Or just outside the top 10, so not bothering the sharp end, and a couple of seconds off the pace. That could be where their pace is, you know.
Not just a couple of seconds off the pace, but 0.6 off the next calf is Gary, and a further 0.8 for Dan. It's not, that's nearly a second for Dan and Gary to make up on just 9th place at the moment. Not really where you'd want the BMWs to be looking. And in terms of the McGann's not running away with this championship in this series, like I said in the championship a minute ago, massive jump from X-Mark back to Dan, a good 30 odd points in the standings. Dan and Gary both kind of need to put their heads together and say, look guys, look mate, we've got to work with each other here, we've got to use each other's slipstream and things, let's progress forward and let's see where we can go with this one. But tough for them out there tonight.
Yes,
the Greek,
indeed.
7.9 off the pace. I don't think that's a retrospective lap time. Evening to BT, evening fellas, good luck to all in Tier 1, he says. Come on you pro laps lads. Evening to Jamie Brazier, and hello Kelly and Matt, says Nikki in the chat. So good evening to everybody Nikki watching the stream so far. 32 seconds. Sorry, go on Kelly.
Yes, indeed. I was just going to say hello to everyone, and thanks for joining us. Keep your comments coming in, whatever it might be about the racing that we're having here in front of us, or what else is going on. You can chat about the Formula One today as well, if you want to get involved. Those of you who've seen the race already, So let's see your comments this evening.
Indeed. Let's get everybody in as much as possible. Also hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the Motive Racing channel. If you want to get involved here at Motive Racing, go to motiveracing.com or head over to their Discord server to get some information. As we see Gary there, very wide.
Again, did you see the back end? As he tried to turn in,
the back end just wanted to say no, didn't it?
Yeah, and he tries to compensate with it and just spears off in the other direction. This is a bit of a characteristic of this track, and I think it's going to, as I said, I think the BMWs are really going to suffer. Gary certainly had enough for this session. Dan's still on track in his BMW. Delore the quickest with a 1:30. Of course, this is a practice session, and we will go on a championship order when we go into the sprint race in a few moments' time. So this is just the guys getting their hand in a little bit. See Dan. Oh, that was like Tokyo Drift, wasn't it? From one side to the other. It
just didn't look smooth at all, and there's no reason he didn't. No wonder he didn't improve there.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just seeing who else is. Emo guy is left on track. He's coming up to the chicane. Let me see if I can just very quickly. Now this chicane, if you've got to do all your braking, and then if you try to be too aggressive in here, it'll shoot you out to one side. So you have to keep a smooth line through the chicane. You can't be aggressive with it, or you'll be all over the place for sure. So something to watch out for. That is, it can all unfold real quickly in the chicane.
It can do, as Delore is currently your quickest man by a tenth of a second from Laney.
And he stopped on track.
He has stopped on track. That doesn't look very optimistic for me. His wheels are spinning.
No, his wheels are turning.
Yeah, that
he must have some of those. Must have some of those spinners off the 90s, you know, Pimp My Ride or something.
Yeah.
You know,
that doesn't look very good to me.
Like
I've seen a bit of that in the week on online lobbies, and they've ended up leaving the session due to whatever reason. Andy and Popney not setting a time, so not wanting to show their pace as the practice session is complete, and we are just waiting for Emo Guy's crossed the line already, hasn't he? The Greek's also crossed the line, so we are waiting actually for Delore to finish the session off. But I wonder if he's had a bit of internet problem or a game problem, which is now sort of crashed the server. Because we've also not got a countdown, I've noticed, for the end of the session here.
No, we haven't, you're right.
So, not unsure as to what that is then. Maybe Delore's game has crashed, or like I say, a bit of lag for him has kicked him from the session, and we'll have to see if he can come back in. Dan at Xmart and Laney Team Pro Lap, says Nicky in the chat. Fury for Team Pro Lassie. Hope he does well tonight as well. So indeed, that is the case.
A lot of rainbow tonight.
A lot of rainbow out there tonight. And
a lot of rainbow.
I presume there's going to be a lot of rainbow in the chat. One thing we need to know is there going to be any rain though in the in the races? Don't believe so.
I believe not. Not tonight. I believe, although the British weather will rear its ugly head again later in the season. But yeah.
Oh, yep. My game